Imagine opening your fridge, seeing all those healthy, organic labels, and realizing some of them are quietly working against your health and your wallet. Here's the shocking part. According to US data, about 80% of people have glyphosate, a powerful weed killer, in their bodies, even those who buy organic. So, what's really going on? Are we protecting ourselves or just paying extra for a pretty green sticker? In this video, we're going to gently peel back that label. I'll show you 10 organic foods you can stop wasting money on, and 5 powerful foods you really should buy organic if you're over 50 and care about your heart, brain, and metabolism. And in the middle of this video, I'll reveal the one organic product I would keep, even if I had to give up almost everything else. For many seniors, that could be a real game changer. Organic is not always healthy. The misunderstandings that lead people to eat clean to still get sick. Let me begin with a question many people over 50 never stop to consider. Do you trust the organic label so much that you put items in your cart without even checking the ingredients? If your answer is yes, you're not alone. Most people automatically believe that an organic label means the food is healthier, safer, and completely free of harmful substances. But the truth is more complicated. Yes, the USDA organic standards are strict. They ban synthetic pesticides, GMOs, artificial hormones, and antibiotics. Crops must be grown on clean soil, and animals must be raised humanely. These rules sound reassuring, and they are. But there is something most people never realize. These rules cover how food is produced, not how nutritious it is. Organic simply means how it was grown, not what it does to your metabolism, blood sugar, or organs once you eat it. And this creates what I call the medical mask effect. When you believe something is healthy, your guard goes down. You eat more of it, even if it isn't good for your blood sugar, inflammation, or digestion. This lack of caution becomes dangerous after age 50 when the body's detox system slows and hormonal balance shifts. Here's another surprising fact. Many organic foods, like oats, soybeans, or strawberries, can still contain glyphosate, the world's most widely used weed killer. According to a CDC report, 80% of Americans have glyphosate in their bodies, including people who regularly buy organic. That alone should make us pause. And remember, organic is now a $60 billion industry. That means there's a huge financial incentive to put the word organic on packaging, sometimes even when the final product isn't any healthier. So no, this video is not about rejecting organic foods. It's about being smart, especially at an age when every decision affects your kidneys, liver, heart, brain, and long-term energy. With that in mind, let's move into the most important part of this video. 10 organic foods you should not keep in your kitchen, even if the label looks perfect. 1. Organic oats. This one surprises people most. Many doctors still tell older adults to eat oats every morning. But oats, even organic oats, are some of the most glyphosate-contaminated foods in America. In a 2018 Environmental Working Group (EWG) report, over 90% of oat products contained glyphosate, sometimes 18 times above the safety limit for children. That's because farmers often spray oats with glyphosate right before harvest to help them dry faster. That chemical stays in your bowl, and older bodies struggle to eliminate it. Glyphosate is linked to inflammation, hormone disruption, and even higher risks of Alzheimer's and Parkinson's in seniors. So, organic or not, oats deserve caution. 2. Organic seafood, especially salmon. Here's something most people don't know. The USDA does not have an official organic certification for seafood in the US. That means the word organic on salmon can be nothing more than marketing. Wild salmon is excellent for heart and brain health, but farmed salmon, even farmed organic salmon, is often fed industrial pellets, exposed to chemicals, and sometimes treated with antibiotics. Older adults have slower detox systems, so these residues matter more with age. If you buy salmon, choose wild-caught, not organic. 3. Organic strawberries. Strawberries are one of the most contaminated fruits every single year. Even organic strawberries may have chemical residues because the fruit is delicate, absorbs sprays easily, and sits close to the ground. A 2023 study found over 60% of strawberry samples contained at least 32 different chemicals, sometimes several inside the same berry. That's why even organic versions should be washed carefully, eaten in moderation, and rotated with safer fruits. 4. Organic tofu. Over 90% of soybeans in the US are genetically modified to survive glyphosate spraying. Even organic tofu can contain residues because of cross-contamination from nearby farms. Soy also contains phytoestrogens, plant-based hormones that may disrupt hormonal balance in older adults. 5. Organic snacks. This is where the health halo traps people. Organic chips, organic cookies, and organic granola bars are still processed foods. They raise blood sugar, feed inflammation, and cause weight gain, especially after age 50. More organic foods you should avoid misleading labels that waste your money and harm your health. We've already covered several organic foods that aren't worth their price and may even pose hidden risks. Now let's continue with the next group of items that often fool shoppers, especially seniors who want to eat clean but may unknowingly pay extra for no real benefit. 6. Organic thick-skinned fruits. Organics. Many people believe that if a fruit is organic, it automatically becomes healthier. But fruits like pineapple, mango, papaya, bananas, and avocados all share one simple trait: thick, protective skins. This thick outer layer naturally blocks pesticides, meaning the edible part inside is already well protected, organic or not. According to EWG research, these fruits consistently belong to the Clean 15, the list of produce with the lowest pesticide residues. In fact, a USDA study found 98% of avocado samples had no detectable pesticides at all. So paying extra for organic versions is unnecessary and gives little added health value. What matters more is blood sugar control. Even organic mango or pineapple can spike glucose just as much as non-organic. For people over 50, especially those managing prediabetes, diabetes, or insulin resistance, this matters far more than the sticker. Organic white bread, organic or not, is still highly processed. Most of the bran and germ are removed during refining, stripping away fiber, B vitamins, and minerals. That's why even organic white bread has little benefit for seniors who need fiber for digestion, energy, and heart health. Pesticide residues in wheat are mostly removed during milling and baking, so the organic label doesn't change much here. You're basically paying more for a label, not better nutrition. If you enjoy bread, choose whole grain or organic whole grain, where the nutrients are intact. That's where the extra cost truly pays off. 8. Organic chickpeas. Many seniors rely on chickpeas for plant protein, hummus, salads, soups. But chickpeas are often sprayed with glyphosate before harvest, even in organic farming areas due to cross-contamination. EWG found that 80% of non-organic chickpea samples contained glyphosate, and even some organic samples showed trace amounts. So organic does not guarantee chemical-free. When possible, buy dry chickpeas and cook them at home. You'll avoid unnecessary additives and have more control over quality. 9. Organic dry pasta. Dry pasta is another item where the organic label adds little value. Pasta is made from refined durum wheat, and most pesticide residues are removed during milling and processing. Studies show that glyphosate levels in pasta are very low, about 60 to 150 parts per billion, far below concerning levels. If you want to pay extra for pasta, make it count by choosing whole grain pasta or organic fresh pasta that hasn't been heavily processed. 10. Organic onions. Onions naturally have multiple layers of protective skin, which you peel off before eating. Research shows onions contain some of the lowest pesticide residues of any vegetable. So organic onions are usually a waste of money. If your budget is limited, skip organic onions and save your money for foods where organic truly makes a difference, like leafy greens, berries, meat, and milk. 5 foods you should always buy. Organic, especially after age 50. Now that we've looked at the organic items you can safely skip, let's talk about the foods where buying organic is absolutely worth your money and your health, especially if you are over 50 and want to protect your heart, kidneys, liver, metabolism, and immune system. 1. Organic grass-fed beef. If you can only choose one food to buy organic, choose grass-fed organic beef. Older adults benefit the most from high-quality protein that reduces inflammation and supports muscle strength. Organic beef has higher levels of omega-3 fatty acids, more antioxidants, no growth hormones, no routine antibiotics, feed free of chemical treated ingredients. This matters because after 60, metabolism slows and detox capacity decreases. So you want clean, nutrient rich protein with fewer chemical residues. 2. Organic milk. If you drink milk daily, especially full fat milk, organic is a smart choice. Research shows organic milk contains 68% more omega 3s than conventional milk. These fats help reduce inflammation, support the heart, and protect the brain. Organic milk also has more vitamin E and comes from cows not treated with hormones or routine antibiotics. Over time, this significantly reduces the toxic load on your body. 3. Organic cooking oil. This one is extremely important. Non-organic oils are extracted at very high temperatures, often using chemical solvents, then bleached and deodorized. They may contain preservatives like BHA and BHT, which are linked to cancer concerns. Organic oils, however, are cold-pressed, use no chemical solvents, contain natural nutrients and antioxidants. For seniors, this reduces inflammation and protects the heart. 4. Organic yogurt. Regular yogurt can contain artificial colors, sweeteners, flavorings, and thickeners. Organic yogurt avoids these chemicals and is allowed to use only 32 natural additives, compared to 329 allowed in standard food processing. Since gut health is essential for immunity and energy, organic yogurt is worth the investment. 5. Organic mushrooms. Mushrooms are often grown in closed, humid environments. Non-organic versions may be treated with pesticides, fungicides, or chlorine-based chemicals. Organic mushrooms avoid these entirely. For older adults with weaker immunity, this makes a meaningful difference in safety. How to properly wash, choose, and store organic foods. Simple steps that protect your health. Many older adults switch to organic foods hoping to reduce exposure to chemicals. But even organic produce needs proper washing and handling to stay safe and nutritious. And sometimes washing it incorrectly can cause nutrients to fade or encourage mold. So let's break this down in a simple and practical way. How to wash organic produce correctly? The best way to clean fruits and vegetables is with running water, not long soaking. A quick rinse under the faucet removes most surface dirt and many remaining chemicals. For produce with firm, thick rinds, like cucumbers or melons, use a soft brush to gently scrub. For softer fruits, like strawberries or peaches, rinse gently with your hands. A helpful trick that older adults often use is washing with baking soda water. Mix 1 teaspoon of baking soda with 2 cups of water, soak the produce for a few minutes, then rinse. Research shows this helps lift off more pesticide residue. Important note, only wash food right before eating. Washing and then storing in the fridge causes moisture to build up, making mold grow faster and especially dangerous for seniors with weaker digestive systems. If the fruit has a thick peel, like pineapple or avocado, you may not need heavy washing at all. Just rinse the outside before peeling so surface bacteria doesn't transfer to the inside. After washing, let the produce drain completely or pat it dry before storing. How to know if an organic product is truly healthy. This is where many seniors get tricked. An organic label tells you how the food was grown, not how healthy it is. Organic foods can still contain too much sugar, refined flour, unhealthy oils, long ingredient lists, artificial flavors in some cases. The key is simple. The fewer ingredients, the better. Choose products that are close to their natural form, like vegetables, nuts, fish, eggs, or plain yogurt. Just because a product says organic does not mean it is low in sugar, safe for blood pressure, or good for diabetes. Many organic snacks still increase blood sugar or inflammation. For older adults, nutrition matters more than labels, so read the ingredient list first. The sticker comes second. Organic versus non-GMO, which is better? Many seniors confuse non-GMO with organic, but they are not the same. Non-GMO only means the food wasn't genetically modified. Organic means no synthetic pesticides, no GMOs, no hormones, and stricter standards. If your budget allows, choose organic. If not, non-GMO is still better than nothing. But you must still check the ingredients. If you're ready for Section 6, continue below. How to store organic foods plus common questions. Older adults ask, organic foods spoil faster because they contain fewer preservatives. which is good for your health, but can be challenging if you're not storing them the right way. Especially for people over 50, spoiled or fermented foods can cause stomach upset, infections, or nutrient loss. Let's go through the most common concerns seniors have. How to store organic foods properly. Here are simple rules to follow. 1. Do not store produce wet. Moisture is the biggest enemy. If something is washed too early, it grows mold quickly. If you must wash it first, make sure it's completely dry before storing. 2. Use breathable containers. Plastic traps moisture. Instead, store organic vegetables in paper-lined bags, mesh bags, containers with small ventilation holes. For leafy greens, remove damaged leaves and add a paper towel inside the container to absorb extra moisture. 3. Peel thicker fruits only when eating. This keeps vitamins from fading and stops the fruit from drying out. 4. Frozen organic foods. If thawed, use them within 24 hours. Never refreeze thawed organic foods. How long should you store? Bottled organic or frozen food. Organic foods should be eaten first. Give them priority in your kitchen because they're more sensitive to temperature and moisture. Frozen organic foods hold nutrients well but taste best when used within a few weeks. How to build a safe pantry. Without going 100% organic. If your goal is to stay metabolically healthy into controlling weight, sugar, pressure, and inflammation, you don't need everything organic. You only need a smart system. Build your pantry in 3 groups. 1. Clean proteins, eggs, BPA-free canned fish, locally raised meats. You don't always need organic, just choose trustworthy sources. 2. Healthy fats, extra virgin olive oil, walnuts, chia seeds. Avoid heavily processed industrial oils. 3. Simple vegetables and fruits. Choose single-ingredient foods like broccoli, carrots, cucumbers, berries, or frozen vegetables. This gives you a pantry that supports health without overspending on labels. The truth about organic labels. Why knowledge matters more than stickers. Organic foods change the way many of us shop. For years, people believed that organic automatically meant healthier, cleaner, and safer. And while organic farming does avoid many harmful chemicals, there is another side most people never hear about. Today, the organic market has become a $60 billion industry. And where there is big money, there is often marketing, confusion, and misinformation. Companies know that older adults especially are willing to pay more for health, safety, and peace of mind. So, they place the green organic sticker on everything, sometimes where it truly matters and sometimes where it offers almost no added value. This is why understanding the truth is so important. Organic does not mean low sugar. Organic does not mean low carb. Organic does not mean metabolically safe. An organic cookie is still a cookie. Organic chips are still chips. Organic white bread is still refined flour. Your body treats these foods the same way, organic or not. They still raise blood sugar, trigger insulin spikes, and may increase belly fat and inflammation, especially for those over 60, when metabolism slows and disease risk rises. Yes, organic foods can reduce your exposure to pesticides and hormones. That part is real. But organic is not a guarantee of better nutrition. It does not automatically protect your liver, your kidneys, or your blood sugar. And many organic products marketed to seniors, like organic snacks, organic cereals, or organic flavored yogurts, are still highly processed. The food industry relies on this misunderstanding, and that is the illusion we must clear up. There are organic foods worth buying, foods where the label truly makes a difference, such as leafy greens, milk, beef, cooking oils, and mushrooms. These items help reduce chemical load on the body, which becomes more important as we age and detox systems slow down. But there are also organic foods that waste money: oats, white bread, thick-skinned fruit, and highly processed snacks. In these cases, the label adds cost without improving your health. The core message is simple. Your long-term health depends on knowledge, not the sticker. Understanding what organic really means and what it doesn't is the key to protecting your metabolism and your wallet. The real path to eating safely and aging without regret. Organic foods were once a small movement for people who wanted cleaner, safer eating. Over time, the idea became powerful, almost magical. Today, the word organic can make any food feel trustworthy. But as we have seen, that trust is not always earned. Our goal in this video was not to attack organic farming. The real value is clear: fewer chemicals, fewer hormones, fewer additives. These things truly matter for older adults, whose bodies handle toxins and stress differently than when we were young. What we want to remove is the illusion, the belief that everything labeled organic is automatically good for your health. It isn't. Some organic foods are worth every dollar. Others are simply marketing wrapped around the same unhealthy ingredients. Your health depends on awareness, not assumptions. If this video helped you pause and rethink your habits, then you've already taken the most important step. Every item you bring into your kitchen is a long-term message to your body, especially after age 60. And these choices build your future more than any label ever could. Maybe today you learned which foods do not need to be organic. Maybe you discovered which ones are worth choosing for safety. Or maybe you realized the importance of reading ingredient lists instead of trusting stickers. Whatever stood out to you, let it guide your next grocery trip. And if you know someone, a friend, a neighbor, a family member, who is spending money on organic products that don't truly benefit them, please share this video. Helping one person avoid a mistake is worth it. Before you go, I'd love to hear your experience. Which organic products do you buy often? Have you ever felt misled by a label? What would you like me to cover next? Your stories help others in this community learn and feel supported. And if you haven't already, please hit the subscribe button. This channel is dedicated to honest, clear, evidence-based health information, especially for older adults who want to live strong, healthy, and independent lives. No fear tactics, no hype, just real guidance you can use immediately. Thank you for spending your time here today. Take care of yourself, stay informed, and I'll see you in the next video.